Hey everybody, welcome and thanks for checking in with us. Today I have a video about OPT. Now, specifically, we've just finished 4 years with President Trump, lots and lots of problems. In the last year to year and a half, I have received countless amount of phone calls about OPT. OPT delays, OPT processing, lack of getting EADs. I mean, the amount of complaints are many and they go on and on. And in fact, we know last year there was 1 or 2 lawsuits that were pretty successful to get people their EAD approval. But those were very narrow and limited, and they were just for the people within the lawsuit. Here we are today, and we've got the new president, and there's been a lot of hope about what's going to happen. And I'm really excited to see this announcement that literally came out this morning about OPT and what they're going to start doing to help people out. So here, let's dig into it and try and hit the main points so you guys know what's going on. The first thing is this. OPT has been delayed. Delayed to the point of people file their case, get a receipt notice, and then get nothing afterwards. So let's take a look at that. For post-completion OPT, you need to file either 60 days before you graduate and up to 90 days afterwards. I believe that's the regulation right now. That means you have a big window where you can file your OPT. Then you have to literally sit and wait. That is the regulation. You need to have an EAD in your hands to work. All right, so the first post-completion OPT, usually good for 12 months, you need to have your work permit in your hands. So some of the problems we used to see was a work permit would take 4, 5, 6 months, and then people are just sitting and waiting. And up until recently, I've got people who just don't even get the work permit, and they sit and wait for the whole period. All right, so what's happened today? Today, the announcement is that USCIS is going to create this what they call flexibility. They're going to create an open standard right now just for people who have filed their OPTs between October 1, 2020 and May 2021. The point they're making is normally OPT is a 12-month period. Okay, you're allowed to work for 12 months, and it must be completed within 14 months in total. Okay? So there's this whole window for OPT, and what they announced today was, look, we know we've made mistakes. We know there's delays. We know because of COVID, because of the lockbox. They keep listing different things that they say are the problems, and they say these have caused problems for individuals who are filing. The announcement today is very, very clear. It says, if you file between October and May, we're going to give you some flexibility. Great news. The flexibility is this. Your 12 months starts from the approval date of your work permit. Okay? Your 12 months starts from the approval date of your work permit. That is very, very different than the past. It's never been something where you get to calculate it with a delay included. Here we are. So if the key is to remember, if you filed within this time period, May to October of 2020 to May of 2021, you will be eligible for this. This flexibility is very important. I don't think you can plan for it, but I think you can rely on this now for something going into the future. And we should see people getting these work permits coming up soon where they're allowed to get 12 months from the start date of their work permit. All right. So that's the big news. Very, very exciting. They've added 2 more things to it. If you've been rejected, number 2, and number 3, they've added about signatures. And let me get into those because I have a lot of calls and a lot of cases right now which we're fighting in both those categories. So first they said on signatures, if you have signed your form incorrectly, you may not be eligible for getting your EAD. And I've got a lot of these calls. They're also saying if you signed it incorrectly, but they accepted it, they're going to actually give you an RFE, a chance to fix it. Now that right there, to me, is super important for you to understand. It's giving people a chance, even though they made a mistake. Major, major change. In the Trump years, it was not like that. In fact, they made a policy that if you submit it and it's not complete, like a signature error, we'll just reject it. Too bad, so sad. So right now, what they're saying is there might be errors. And the errors that I'm seeing a lot of is with electronic signatures. Electronic signatures cannot be typed. They must be a facsimile of what your signature looks like. That means you have to sign it electronically with your mouse. So, I mean, this is a very, very big deal. It's important because it shows that changing the tone. The last thing they're talking about is rejection notices. EADs have to be filed within a certain time and received. And they're saying because of the backlog at the lockbox, people are getting rejected. Now, we have some rejections for other reasons, and we're fighting those as motions to reopen. In this situation, they're saying if you filed it and it was rejected just for no reason other than it was out of time, then in that case, they'll allow you to refile it, but they're giving you a 30-day window. All right, so lots of changes in this very simple 2-page document and announcement today. Very, very far-reaching, and it could include a lot of different people. If you have an EAD problem, if you are waiting for your EAD or you have filed for OPT, definitely call your lawyer or give us a call. We're trying to help people out when we can. A lot of times it's just a 3-minute phone call and I tell people wait. But other times we do have to take cases and actually fight them for clients, all right? So we're here. Give us a call. Hope this helped you out. Stay safe. Thanks.